Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here to show you guys how I make this traveler's notebook. I think it's really cute and really handy, and it's something that you can put in your purse. So look at how cute that is. I put some pockets in there. I put in there 3 notebooks and a pen. And I covered the notebooks and put some paper on it, and it has another pocket in the back. So let's get started. So we're gonna have 2 sheets of paper, and we're gonna cut them 4 3/4 by 11. Sorry about that, my alarm is beeping. I don't know what's wrong with it. I know it's not the battery. So we're gonna take 2 sheets of paper of 4 3/4 by 11, and we're gonna tape it together so we can laminate it. I already have my laminating machine on. It's been on for a while, so I know it's hot. Just put enough tape so the papers can stick together. And make sure you line them up really good. Now we're gonna take the scoreboard and we're gonna score some lines. It's a very well loved scoring board. So we're gonna score at 3 1/2, 3 7/8, 4 1/4, 4 5/8. Now we're gonna score at 8 1/8, 8 1/2, 8 7/8, and 9 1/4. Now let me remove the scoring board. See the lines? So I start carefully, folding it a little bit, so I know exactly where the lines are when I laminate the paper. And do the same thing to the other side. That alarm gets so annoying. And now what we're gonna do is take the crocodile corner chomper, and I use the 1/4 of an inch and just round the corners. I think it looks prettier when you have the corners rounded. And now we're ready to laminate the paper. And I'll show you guys how I lay out the paper when I laminate it, when I put it in the laminate sheet. So I like to line it up, make sure it's straight, which it doesn't matter because you're gonna cut some some of it off. And I have learned how to work with my trimmer so it's all even all around. I think that's pretty good. Okay, let's put in the laminate machine. I always pass it through twice, so it's really covered, I guess. And I also put this, I think it's cute. It's a little clutch and I like it. I think you guys are gonna like it too. So this is my very first video that I'm making. I look forward to making more videos with you guys. I'll be showing you guys on my next video how to cover your notebooks. And I cover the inside too, so the outside has a paper and then the inside has a different one, or you can make it like this one. I cover the outside and then the inside with the same paper. I think that's cute too. Okay, so my laminated sheet is already done, almost. So I got my trimmer and we're ready to cut it. So I have this Fiskars trimmer, and for me it's really handy because I always line up the paper at this line right here, and it always cuts enough. Not too much, not too little, and it has that pretty edge, and it's the same all around. Oops, sorry about that. So even if you just put the paper crooked while you're putting it in the laminate sheet and you figure out how to line it up like I did with that line, it's always going to come out straight and even on each side. And trust me, I've had my share of errors and mistakes. So I thought I'd share with you guys what I learned by making so many mistakes. So let me clear that out. And I'll get the corner chomper again. But for some reason it doesn't cut through it. So I just like use the corner chomper just to give it the shape of it, and then I'll go around with my scissors and just cut it. Yeah, it's easier like that than just to guess and have all the sides uneven. So now I see exactly where it's at, and it's just so easy to cut the little piece off. I mean, it's handmade, so everything's gonna have imperfections, but I try to make it look pretty. Okay, so now let me get the scoreboard again, and what I'm gonna do this time is exactly where I scored it before. I'm gonna start scoring from where the paper starts to where the paper ends. Why? Because I don't want to go past it where the laminate sheet is at, because then it's gonna fold and it's gonna look ugly, and we don't want that. Guess I'm just a little bit picky. So once we do this, we're gonna start folding it gently. So good. We're gonna fold it gently and start giving it a shape. Let me just do the other way so you can have the flowers in the front. Because we don't want the laminate sheet to separate from the paper. See? So gently we start folding it. And see, it starts getting that little curved shape. And that's exactly what we want. And here we go. Now the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get a hole puncher. I have a 1/8, and we're gonna make 4 holes. Let me take out the scoreboard again. I have the Martha Stewart one. So now we're gonna get I just center it in the hole puncher. I center it in the middle and just make a hole. Just center it and make a little hole. Sometimes it stays like that because it has 2 sheets and then the laminate sheet. So I just go with the scissors and I just cut it out. Sometimes it just comes out. So there we go. And if you have a crocodile or whatever hole puncher that you have and you want to know the measurements between the distance between the distance between these right here, it's 1/4 of an inch across. But since I use this with the laminated sheet, 1/4 of an inch from the paper, not the laminate sheet, the paper. But since I use this, I know it's gonna be even when I put it there every time I make the hole, because I just put it in there as far as it can go. So now let's go with the scissors and cut them little pieces that didn't come out. And we're not gonna see that anyway because that's gonna be in the inside. And here we go. Now since I can't cut the middle with this, so I'm gonna use my crocodile. And I eyeball it again. Make sure you cut in the center one and center it as much as you can. And again, we're gonna use the 1/8. And there you go. See? Okay, so now all we have left is to thread the elastic. I got this roll of elastic from Amazon, and I just I don't cut it. I just take a piece of tape and put a piece of tape in the very beginning of the elastic so I can thread through a needle. And I figured that once I do this and thread the elastic through the needle, oops, sorry, and I thread the elastic through the needle, it's so much easier to pass the elastic through the holes in the laminate traveler's notebook, the micro traveler's notebook. I forgot to tell you guys that this is the size of it is a micro traveler's notebook. So we're gonna start in the center and out. Then we go back in the top one. And that's good enough. And then in the same line, we're gonna go in again, the first one, then in the middle, then out again. It's just up and down and alternating sides. See what I did? And now the piece that I have left over on this side where the needle's at is enough because I'm going to use it to close the laminating notebook, the traveler's laminated notebook. You don't want to pull the elastic too tight because you don't want your traveler's notebook to start bulging like that. You want it straight, that you can put your notebooks in there, your folders, your dashboards, whatever you want to put in there, calendars. So let me cut it. It'll be easier for me to make the knots. So I like to make 2 knots. Make 2 knots and just cut the excess, and that's it. Now let's thread the middle. Now if you're gonna put, like I did on this one, did I put this there? This from Tim Holtz. I got it from, they have it at Joann's and Michael's. I got it from one of those. And the paper is the Hot Buy paper. It was $5 when they have those sales, and it's really pretty paper. So I got that from there. And you can get this embellishment from Michael's or Joann's. And now is the time that if you want to put something like that in the front, you put it now when you're putting the elastic. So let's live in the moment. See? Yep. There you go. It's my first time, guys. So please be patient with me. Okay, see what I did? I put it in wrong. I have to turn it and put it on the other way, because it was gonna end up being upside down, and we don't want it upside down. Leave what you need to cut off. So there you go. And that's how we did our first traveler's notebook together. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you the next video. I'm gonna be making a different traveler's notebook And I'm gonna be covering the notebooks, and this is what it looks like when it's done. I showed you at the beginning with the pockets, the notebooks, our dashboard, and there you go. I hope you like it as much as I do, and see you next time. Thank you. Bye.